It's NautoAce. I want to talk about two things about Idea Factory related topics. So for the first one is I need to do a correction once again, and this one is on Miracle Force, or the actual title basically is I just didn't really notice until now. Oopsie, my part is Mega Miracle Force. So on my latest video, the bonus video, basically my sort of thoughts but slash theory of what's going on with Neptunia and France app, how come there's no update. At the same time, any West release of, well, Mega Miracle Force, which is a Idea Factory All-Star game gacha one. So the first thing I want to do a correction is, well, the first one is the correction, is the title once again. I keep saying it on that video, Miracle Force, but it's actually called Mega Miracle Force. So I'm assuming the word mega is from Mega Dimension. That's why. So it's Mega Miracle Force is the actual title, but I keep saying Miracle Force. So my mistake in that part. I know it's probably not a big deal, but it's always good to, if you see something wrong, it's best to correct it. You know, just presentation is the key there. So that's the first one, the correction. The second one is also a little bit of, not sort of a follow-up, but another clarification on the mobile situation. So like I said on that video, I did a disclaimer that I couldn't really find a lot of source about it because not really much people talking about it. Like the only source I remember I found out, like I said, was during a Idea Factory stream, whatever they always stream. In the case with Neptunia and France app, I couldn't remember what stream it is, but someone on the chat, it wasn't someone talking about it, it was on the chat, who basically said, as of right now, there's no new updates in the game. But in the case with Mega Miracle Force, during a stream, I could be wrong, but the stream of Rio Chronicles Hyper, one of the hosts did say, well, we just don't have any news about it, but that's the closest source that I got. So like I said, if I could make it up, I guess apology, but that's what I remember, the only source I could find. So maybe to some extent that video is more of a theory than my thoughts about the updates on those Idea Factory mobile app / games. And one last thing before the main event, and that is, if you've been following Idea Factory, especially Super Neptunia RPG, that game not only is going to come out for the PlayStation 4, which is sad to say, censored. You kind of see it on December with the sales and the reviews. Got reviewed bomb, so you know that's the red flag. It's also going to come in the Switch and Steam, and I did talk about that before. So May the 28th, basically, they finally opened up the pre-orders for Super Neptunia RPG Limited Edition. You can get it either the PlayStation 4 and the Switch. And since I'm a big supporter of Idea Factory, I like the Neptunia series, I also wanted to show my support to Idea Factory Compile Heart and decided to buy the limited edition of Super Neptunia RPG for the Switch. Yes. Wait. Not to wait, I thought you were a Sony supporter. Well, I do prefer my third-party games on Sony platform to build my trophy and the share factory, but when I heard about this censorship BS crap, then it's a little bit different story now. The games have changed, and of course, Idea Factory basically did announce that only the PS4 version is going to be censored. I know it's a minor change, but it's a principal matter there, so $90 limited edition for the Switch, and I think a lot of people, the majority, are buying it for the Switch because not only it's uncensored, but you can play it on the go. So you kind of get the idea there. So well, that's the first time. I did buy a limited edition, but that was like very expensive Advent Force. But that was in Black Friday. It was only $20. They had Neptunia versus Sega Hard Girl. I missed the boat. It was $30, but they had some cool stuff. Nuts. Yeah, they were just getting rid of it. I learned it, but it was already too late. Whatever, but this one, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm literally doing this because I'm a Super Neptunia super fan, let's just say that. And of course, a little bit of, speaking of censorship here, is that in the MCM London Expo, I guess, their Anime Expo in Europe or in London, is Idea Factory Europe was there, but then there was a poster with Dead Alive Rio Reincarnation, and apparently it had a different date now. Now it's like July 23rd, 2019, if I'm reading it right. So I don't know what does that mean. If it's delayed, possibly, maybe, you might say, well, improvements, but it could be like when I had to say Kagura burst renewal. Maybe Sony saw something that they weren't happy and more censorship. I don't know yet. I'm not going to go there yet, but we'll have to wait and see if Idea Factory actually international or Europe basically announced that, yeah, it was delayed because of it. Whatever the reason is, I'll probably do the video about it. So there you go. With that, I'll see you guys later.